Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family, and today I'll be talking about Meghan's appearance in Hollywood and her and Harry's following appearances in Canada. Most of the talk has been around what she was wearing in Hollywood and the fact that Harry wasn't there at that time, and her strange reply to being asked about Christmas. The one thing that stands out was that she replied with a usual word salad, but saying that her kids are little and they're enjoying every minute of it. This always seems to be a standard thing for her to say, but it had no relevance to the actual question that she was asked. So again, we have the talk about how she enjoys the children, but without actually really saying anything about them. And we still don't see them, whether they come over for Christmas or not, which I doubt. I think it's the same old thing where they say we might not, will they, won't they, all the way up, probably until Christmas Eve. And they do this to stay in the headlines, as always. There's been a lot of criticism about the dress that she was wearing in Hollywood and about the neckline, whether she was wearing it pulled down on one side. And we now know that it was designed like that. She was wearing it in the way that it was supposed to be worn. But the one thing that I noticed about all of that was one particular photo where it didn't look like her at all. It definitely looks like a silicone mask. And Meghan does not look at all like the Meghan that I remember. If you think back to when she was first with Harry, totally different, absolutely. Look at the ridge in the neck, it definitely looks like a mask. Criticisms about the colour of her dress, saying that the colour was not nice, it was beige. I mean, beige is beige, isn't it? I thought it looked okay, but it just did not look like her to me. And I think she must have been the first person pushed by a personal assistant to get off the carpet. She was posing for photographs and really making quite a meal of it, obviously enjoying it because it's been a long time since she's been in that situation. And another thing, I thought it was strange that she was saying how great it was to be back in. I didn't think she actually ever properly was in Hollywood. So how could she be back in? And the highlight, as I said, was the woman hurrying Meghan up and almost pushing her along. That must have been a first for her, but probably not for Meghan. The one thing which Meghan has done, which has caused an absolute uproar, especially for the people of Canada, was laughing at a woman with autism who was singing the Canadian national anthem on Autism Acceptance Night. Harry ignored Meghan and looked deadly serious. It would have been better if he'd actually made the effort to tell her off, a bit like he did on the balcony during the Trooping the Colour when she was talking through the Queen's national anthem being sung. This was absolutely sickening and quite unbelievable that she did that. And here's the video to show that she was indeed smirking. Hopefully they will start to be banned from these events. I think Meghan was in a strange mood when she was sitting between Marcus Anderson and Harry. And most of us know about Meghan's history with Marcus. He is her most special man in the whole world, apart from Harry. I also think he's looking more like Prince Andrew nowadays, but that's totally another story. Might be nothing in it. I thought that in this most recent photo, gosh, he looks quite like him. But Meghan was definitely leaning in towards Marcus and trying to impress him, which she always does, that's nothing new. And there were those saying that she was giving Harry the cold shoulder and purposely ignoring Harry. It actually was the other way around. Harry was ignoring Meghan. Meghan was going all out to try and get Harry's attention, but also Marcus's as well. But she was deep down annoyed because Harry was giving her the cold shoulder. He's probably had enough of her relationship with Marcus and just the fakeness. Remember the time when he said that he wanted a quiet life, they wanted a private life, and this is why they were leaving the royal family. Harry would have been happy in Africa. He would have been happy probably in California if he could just go to the beach and cycle, the things that he considers normal people do. And yet Meghan is dragging him out to all these events. He does appear to enjoy some of it, but I think deep down he looks like the way he feels. So the latest thing is that he is supposed to be in contact with King Charles, who is softening towards having him over for Christmas lunch. I don't think this is going to happen. And I don't believe that there was any texting going on between Meghan and King Charles, because he is known not to have a phone. He does not have a mobile phone. So it's obviously made up by Meghan that she's been in contact with him. I think that they're not going to come to the UK. If they do not have any children with them, and I think that that's impossible. I don't see how they could arrange that. But if they don't have any children with them, that would be it. I think people just would not tolerate them anymore, because that would be the very time when you should have your children with you. I think personally that they'll be in Montecito getting photos out into the media of their very, very different but very, very special Christmas. I'm sure it will be because they cannot be with the royals and she cannot match up to Catherine. They will try and be in the headlines to take some of the attention away. They'll try and have a normal Christmas, what they consider a normal one. And it'll be very weird, I'm sure, because we won't see any children, not really. And I'm sure they'll look totally different to the way they looked previously. Who knows? Let me have your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.